And welcome to Rhythm and Roads podcast. I'm your host, Joshua Jacob. We have a very special guest with us. We have recording artist Colin Carbonera. He's based in Canada. Does that work?
That's right, Calgary, Alberta.
Dang, that's so cool. I've been there once, but that experience of Canada was just like, what? Yeah, so awesome, Colin. Appreciate you coming on Rhythm and Roads today. Thanks for coming, man. And let's get started on your story, brother.
Yeah. What do you want to know?
Well, first, we're gonna get into your song. Your album just released recently, right? When you come around, your album.
That's right. Dropped on Friday, April 18th.
That's awesome, dude. Well, congratulations on that. Yeah, how do you feel?
Thank you. I feel so excited. I guess like it's been in the process for quite some time. Like most of these songs I wrote in my 20s.
Whoa.
Um,
Okay.
so yeah, I'm turning 30 this year. But the oldest song is almost a decade old. It's, gone through a few iterations.
Hmm.
But yeah, so it's been in the works for a while.
Dang, you brought the songs out of the archives 10 years ago, huh? When you were working on all that.
Totally. Well, so that song is Earnest
Hmm.
on the album. And yeah, it just kind of lived in the ether for a while.
Hmm.
And I was like, I don't really know what to do with this. And then I was like, no, like this is a time where people um really feel like they need to connect and like feel like they need to belong. So I was
Right.
like, I just well put it out.
Hey man, well said. And I really do feel connected to your music. It has that nice chill vibe and just the ambiance of it is just like it just takes you to another dimension the way it sounds. And I love all that. So
That's awesome.
yeah, dude. I do want to ask you what took you, I guess, to that point of like a lot of years of not really doing anything with the music. Right?
Sorry, say that
Oh.
again.
No, I was sorry. I was asking what, because you said you did this in your early 20s, so now that you're gonna be 30, like why did it take so long of a period of time that you felt that, all right, this is the time to bring those songs out instead of just trying to use it back when?
Yeah, I guess like my main gig right now is producing music for other artists.
Okay.
And um I wasn't really focused on having my own personal artist career.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, I had been a part of a few projects and then during the pandemic, things shut down in our city, of
Mhm.
course. And some of the guys got 9 to 5s, and I was like, well, I gotta pay the bills somehow. So production is, where it took off, and
Oh,
didn't focus as much as on being an artist.
I see. Okay, so that's why there was that time frame of you not producing your own music because you were producing other music from other artists.
Yeah, and I found that to be a lot more fulfilling, I guess, and
Oh, okay.
less. I felt less crippling perfectionism.
Yeah.
So yeah,
All right, man. Well, thanks for sharing that. Well, let's get back to, or let's start with chapter one, episode one of Colin on the journey of him starting as an artist. So, what was that point in your life when you were either real young or when you actually discovered, I want to become a musician. I want to be a music artist. I love music. So, if you like, go ahead and share that story.
sure. Yeah, my mom put me in piano lessons when I was 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I grew up learning classical piano, which was, it wasn't my cup of tea. And there were like the hours for practice were long. They put me in competitions
Wow.
and stuff like that. And I was like, I really love music and I love listening to like, Motown records or like 90s pop or R&B.
Yeah, dude.
And I was like, yeah, I don't know if piano is what I want to do, but I took it. I did piano for about 11, 12 years.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I did. It was a long, painstaking process,
God.
and
Oh,
by
just
the end of
classical?
it,
Just classical?
just classical.
Ah,
Yeah, I
dude,
mean, I played like a bit of
torture.
jazz. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
God.
practicing was crazy. Like, I didn't really have much of a social life.
Oh my God.
Um, and yeah, when I was like 14, 15, I was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. So,
After 12
but
years, bro?
yeah.
Like it took that long? I would have thought that after the first hour. Yeah, I don't want to do this no more.
I didn't really have a choice, to be
Well, that's
honest.
true. You're fair, yeah.
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 But I mean, in hindsight, looking back, like obviously, that was the path that led me to where I am today.
Right,
So
right.
very grateful for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. hmm Yeah.
Oh,
And then, oh, sorry,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, no,
Oh,
I was just seeing if you were done with the first part.
yeah. I mean, like when I was in high school and, my friends wanted to start a band, I
Okay.
was like, let's do it. Let's do it.
It's not
And
classical.
it's not classical. It was like a weird fusion of indie blues
Ooh.
alternative.
All
Yeah.
right. All right.
It was kind of funky. It was kind of funky.
Got
We
some
all came
Blues
from,
Brothers coming around. All right.
yeah, a little bit. But yeah, and I think, that is kind of what inspired me to like be like, hey, this could be a viable career for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened with this band that wasn't, you said high school, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys play at some small venues? Did you guys record at least one song? Or I mean, just was there any history on that band?
Yeah. We recorded a whole bunch of demos.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know where they are now, but I think the highlight of that moment in my life was we were like only 16 or 17 and we signed up for this battle of the bands at
Oh, that's
a
cool.
college in another town
Yeah.
and we came in second place. So
Hey, well, that's cool. All
that
right.
is cool. Yeah.
Yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, there's hope for us.
Yeah, maybe, it might have inflated my ego a little too much.
Oh, I
Um,
think so. After second place, you're like, what else can we do, guys? Let's go on
yeah,
tour now. Let's
exactly.
go open up
Yeah.
for punk rock bands out there.
Seriously.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Well, that's exciting. So after that part of your chapter of high school being with this band, then what happened after that?
Um, yeah, I mean, we during my senior year,
Hmm.
we ended up parting ways. And then, I graduated and I was like, well, I think I want to go into like broadcasting,
Mm.
do some radio and stuff like that. But then I took a year off and I thought, well, I don't know if that's actually the path I want to go on. And my parents were really adamant that I go and do some secondary education.
Okay.
And at that point, I was leading worship at my church on Sundays and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And I was like, well, you know what? Maybe I could be a worship pastor.
Mm.
So I went to a Bible college, a local Bible college.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, that year I came and entered the worship track, and they were like, well, Colin, there are only three people in this program, and you're one of them. And one of the other people is actually graduating this year. So
Oh,
there's
okay.
not really, yeah. And so I was like, well, that is crazy. So that year I took general studies, and then the year after, um, I was offered an internship at the church that I was leading worship at,
Okay.
and then did that for a while. Um, yeah, just leading worship and writing songs. Ended up producing a few things,
Wow.
and but yeah, I just felt I was like, I feel like um, I'm not really doing the work that I want to do here, and
Okay.
I feel like there are people in the local music scene um, that I could be maybe giving more of my time to and helping to like grow this tiny community of
Right.
musicians in Calgary. And so ended up stepping down from that role and got immersed in more in the local scene.
Mm. Interesting.
Mhm.
Well, I do want to touch base real quick on the church. Knowing you were doing that, I take it you're a believer in God. as I am? Or
I've been on a journey. I've been on a
yeah,
journey.
no,
Yeah.
that's fine. Yeah. Well, I mean, I was gonna ask you, like, did you ever ask God, is this where I'm needing to be at, like where I need to be at while you were working at the church, Because you said at one point you were kind of like, I feel kind of limited with my work here when I could be out there doing other things.
Yeah. It was something that I wrestled with for a long time, to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, over the course of like a year or two, where I was like really struggling with feeling like I wasn't making much of an impact.
Mm.
Um, and it was a place where I was able to work on my craft
Hmm.
and get better and had a safe space to find out what I wanted to explore musically,
Hmm.
which is so awesome. But I just felt like I was like I really want to like invest in my community more and church sometimes can take up so much space in your life,
Mm.
where you're giving so much time to church and you're maybe not able to invest more in your local community and um so yeah, that was a big part of like my reason for
Yeah.
stepping down. Yeah.
Well, and I think it's a valid reason. I mean, you were with them for 2 years. I mean, you did what you could in 2 years, and yeah, it's a long time. And so, yeah, I mean, eventually you're gonna be like, I need to step out, man. I need to broaden the horizons and see what's out there. Go on new journeys, explore new things. So,
Yeah, totally. I mean, like I was basically like a lifer at that church and yeah, just into adulthood. I
mm,
was like I was like there's got to be a better way for me to, make some sort of impact here and um yeah.
hey, man, and here we
Mhm.
are. You have
Here
your
we are. Yeah.
no, man, and that's the thing. There's certain chapters in your life that push you to where you need to be. You know what I mean? Being with certain
Mhm.
people, you meet certain people in life, certain workplaces that you go to as a stepping stone in your life to get you to where you need to be. And so that church helped you develop more of your craft of you being an artist. And then you got to that point where you felt, okay, I need to go on to the next chapter. Yeah.
Mhm.
Even prior
Mhm.
to that with the band in high school, that was part of your chapter, of them helping you discover more about music. And you're like, that confidence, like, oh man, we got second place. Like, oh, what else can we do? And you wanted to pursue more on that music journey. And so, yeah, every certain event or person does contribute to your story to where you're at. So that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
For sharing, man.
Mhm. Yeah.
Right. And then here we are on I guess we call this chapter three. On just when did you get to that point of writing your first single on your own and you were just like, wow, I'm pretty much my own person now where I'm an artist and I'm
Mhm.
doing my own music.
Yeah, I feel like that's tough to pinpoint, to be honest. Like when I was 19, I put out a record, which isn't, I don't think it's out anymore. I think I might have taken it down, but
Okay.
um, that was like a lot more like folk singer-songwriter. And then in 2017, I started this pop project
Oh,
called
you did.
Redeemer.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah, it was a lot of fun. And that was actually the band project that shut down over the
Oh,
pandemic.
okay.
Yeah, and I think um I don't know, that band was around during like a really formative time in my life.
Mhm.
And I think it helped me to just like, grow as a performer and yeah, but it really wasn't until maybe like 3 years ago that I was like, I think I want to um, start a project that is just, me again. And I had this collection of songs that I was chipping away at,
Oh, okay.
and which eventually turned into the album.
Mm.
And yeah, and so I think, yeah, just like 3 years ago, um, just being like, I think it's like time to
Yeah,
do what I want to do. Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm a big fan of your music. I love the certain sounds that you use, like from the, I guess, synthesizers, certain, it adds to it a lot. And I like that. You know, what I mean, I like that you add in certain sound effects that you're like, ooh, that gives it a nice, like, space atmosphere kind of vibe. You know what I mean? When you're listening to it, it takes you like in another journey. And I'm like, it's so cool. I like it. I do want to talk about your latest album, When You Come Around. So, what was, I guess, was this a like a journey from your timeline of your life, or you want to share about what the album's about?
Definitely. I guess I would say if you like coming of age movies,
Yeah.
then this album might be for you. Both like sonically, just like for the soundtrack, and also the thematic, you know,
Hmm.
line throughout the whole record. Um, I think I really wanted to put together an album that a lot of people could relate to.
Okay.
I think most of us, if not all of us, have gone through loss and grief growing up, and finding love
Mm-hmm.
and just like wanting a place to belong.
Hmm.
And when you come around, um, it's I think it's pretty straightforward. It's like I love like when you're here, when you're with me. I love that we get to be friends. I love that we get to be family.
Yeah.
And so I think throughout the whole thing, it's like kind of an adventure of like coming into your own and making your way back home and,
Mm.
finding people who make you feel like you're at home. So, yeah. And then, sonically, I was like, I've always wanted to like score movies. And so,
Oh yeah. Oh, cool.
yeah, I am involved with a few like sync projects. But I was like, I wanted to make an album that feels like, almost like a movie, like
Yeah.
yeah, just like tiny little chapters or episodes of
Yeah.
a long story. So, yeah.
Interesting, man. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I haven't heard the whole album yet, but some of the songs I already got familiar with because there were singles prior that I listened to. Now they're on this album. But I look forward to hearing just from the beginning to end and just being on that journey, dude. Yeah, but
Thanks, man.
I'm glad that you are focused on like everyday life. You know what I mean on this album? Heartbreak, loss, love, it just anything pertaining to just what we all go through in life, or just certain struggles. And so, yeah, I look forward to hearing the whole journey from this album. So now you mentioned that you're very in the creative arts of producing other artists and doing other work. Do you want to share a bit about what you do besides your own music?
Absolutely. Yeah. Um, I guess I'd say I produce anything from, pop, indie, folk, that kind of thing. I don't know. Do you know what the Junos are?
The Genos?
The Junos?
You know, sorry, Genos? No.
Yeah. So they're kind of like, so they're Canada's music awards.
Really?
So
Okay.
yeah, kind of like the Grammys, but maybe
Oh,
not
no
as
way.
prolific. But
Oh, wow.
yeah. Um, so yeah, two projects that I've worked on got nominated for Junos this year and last year.
Wow, congrats, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
And
Yeah.
but yeah, one person that I've collaborated with that I really felt connected to his music is you can check him out, Wyatt C. Lewis.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an indigenous artist here in Calgary.
Okay.
And yeah, just same kind of vibe, like topics of home and um, everyday life. And I think that's what I'm really drawn to.
Yeah.
Like the music I'm making. Just I want it to feel like you're in the living room
Yeah.
with
They're
us. And yeah, yeah,
sitting down with you, drinking coffee, and just listening to music together and just like going on that journey. Something like that.
absolutely, yeah. That's the vibe for me. And I mean, I really love pop music too. And I think there's a lot of really smart pop music out there
Oh
right
yeah.
now. So yeah, I think it's really cool, like you said earlier about the sounds from the album taking
Right.
you into this other sort of territory, this other sort of world. I think
Yeah.
I really like joining those two elements of like folk and pop and like
Mm.
organic and synthesized and bring those together to, yeah, create a whole world that you can immerse yourself in.
Yeah. Well said, man. Well said. And yeah, and congrats again on working with that artist and winning those awards at Juno. I
Yeah, thank
never heard
you.
of Juno. I mean, that's interesting. It's very similar to like the Grammys, like you said here in the US. But I'm like, oh, I gotta look that up, do more research on Juno. Um,
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
that is cool, dude. Are you planning on doing any music videos based on your new album coming out? Do you have one in the works on a song or?
Yeah, we're working on doing kind of like Vivo style live
Okay.
performance videos.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, we are currently looking at doing them at some like iconic locations in our city.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, fingers crossed.
Dude, that's awesome, man. So that's gonna be just like live sessions, right?
Yeah, live sessions. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, full band live sessions.
That's cool. But no particular music video that you want to do for any of the songs from the album?
We okay. I'm actually looking at a few.
Okay.
I think we want to kind of make almost like a short film
Oh, that's cool.
um, from that, and yeah, just because I think it's like prime storytelling,
Mm,
and I think there's a bigger part of the narrative to uncover, and I think
yeah.
yeah, again with like visuals, um, yeah, it's just another effective way of exploring the theme of the record. So
That's a great idea. I think it would be cool to have you do stories on this short film pertaining to the music and actually have actors in it, and then it ties into you. It's just back and forth. I mean, that'd be so awesome. Take a journey into your.
yeah,
Dude,
absolutely.
oh my God, man. I look forward to seeing that and the live sessions. So,
Thank you.
yeah, man. Well, before we end the episode here, we do want to get to know you more on the personal side. So, knowing you're very big on pop and rock and that genre, what artists have inspired you that are out there that are in the pop industry?
Ooh. I really love the Japanese house.
Oh, okay.
And the 1975.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
yeah, and like
good.
they're both from the same label, so I think
Are they
there's
really?
something to be
Oh,
said.
wow.
Yeah, Dirty Hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I really love the new Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay.
That's been on my list.
Nice.
Obsessed with that one. So, yeah,
Nice, man. And
yeah.
then let's get into knowing you love filmmaking as well because you like to bring on the storytelling and all that. What's one of your favorite films that has been one of those that you look or like every time I see it, I'm just inspired?
This one is maybe a typical answer, but Interstellar.
Really?
I
Interstellar.
love that movie.
Wow.
Because I mean, it's like a story about like love and family like wrapped up in a sci-fi movie.
Okay.
I just like love that. Just like the recurring themes of love and the past and like what ties you together. So
That's
yeah,
fine, dude.
love that movie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I haven't seen that one for a long time, but it's such a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the only one, or you have another one you'd like to share of another film?
Oh, another film that inspires me, maybe mid 90s.
Hmm.
That Jonah Hill directed, I think.
Is
It's
it
like
called
about this,
Mid-90s?
yeah, I think it's called mid 90s, and it's
Oh,
about this
okay.
kid who grows up and gets like into skate culture.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's that one is very coming of age, finding yourself. So that one's a really cool one for
Dang.
sure.
I didn't even know he brought one out. That's interesting. I need to look that up.
Yeah, definitely worth looking at for sure.
Oh, that's cool, man. Well,
Mhm.
thanks for sharing your interests on the pop and movies as well. Your interest on that. So for the viewers, for them to find you on social media and your music, if you'd like to share the platforms.
Yeah, you bet. I'm on Instagram, Colin Carbonera. I'm sometimes on TikTok. Mostly, I'm just a ghost on TikTok, but that's Carbsy. And Facebook, all the streaming platforms. Um, yeah, you can sign up for my mailing list if you like hearing little tidbits. But yeah.
Nice, man. Or buy some merch. You have merch?
Yeah, buy some merch. I got a vinyl pre-order for the
Oh, heck
album.
yeah, dude. That's
Yeah,
cool.
and then we're doing a bit of a season one for some limited edition merch items. So yeah,
Wow.
stay tuned for that. Yeah.
That's gonna be cool. And you have your own, I take it the website is connected to your social media.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's literally just my name, www.colincarbonera.com.
All right. Sounds
Yeah.
good, man. Well, appreciate you, Colin, for coming on Rhythm and Road, sharing your incredible journey and the story that from beginning to where you're at. It's just that's awesome, man. And that's the thing about why I do this podcast is everyone has a story and your story matters. You know, and it's
Amazing.
inspiring the next artist out there. It's inspiring the next creative filmmaker of just storytelling. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No, yeah, man. I appreciate you. All right, guys, and we'll catch you on the next episode with the next guest. And thank you again, Colin, for coming on.